and welcome back to our Curriculum Center for Family and Consumer Sciences 10-minute Tips and Tricks series. You may have seen an earlier video where I showed you how to use Google Notebook LM to create a podcast-style deep dive from an uploaded document. Today, I'm going to show you one of its newest features, the Video Explainer, and how I used it to quickly create a short, student-friendly resource using the newly updated dietary guidelines as an example. How many of us have strong lessons and resources built around MyPlate, only to log in earlier this year and realize something changed? If you try to go to the MyPlate website now, you'll notice it redirects to realfood.gov. And while the updated dietary guidelines are important and research-based, there just aren't many classroom-ready resources available yet, especially for middle and high school family and consumer sciences. This is where Google Notebook LM has been incredibly helpful for me. First, it's an engaging way to present content that might otherwise feel overwhelming to students. Second, it saves time by automatically generating structured explanations directly from the source materials you upload. And third, there's no additional recording software required. Everything happens right inside Notebook LM. Step 1. To get started, you'll go to notebooklm.google and sign in using your Google account. If you've used Google Tools before, this step should feel very familiar. Next, you'll create a new notebook and upload your sources. In this example, I uploaded documents and web pages directly from realfood.gov, including information from the new dietary guidelines. I want to emphasize that this tool works best when you start with credible, standards-aligned resources. That way, the explainer stays grounded in accurate content. Once your sources are uploaded, as you'll see on the left side of the screenshot, this is where you'll select the option to generate a video overview, and it's in the middle top row of your options of tools. This is where Notebook LM takes the content you provided and turns it into a short explainer-style video. Remember, I didn't change the information, I changed the delivery. After the video is generated, you can save it or share it. This makes it easy to post in your LMS, use as a bell ringer, share with absent students, or include it in a flipped lesson. Now, I'm going to show you Google Notebook LM in action, so you can see what this looks like in real time, from uploading sources to generating the explainer video. You'll notice that I went to Notebook LM, and then I went ahead and used my Gmail account in order to log in. So I have several notebooks up here, but we're going to create a new notebook. So you'll click on the plus sign, and then this is where you're going to have options to bring in your own sources. So you can use websites, which I'm going to use the realfood.gov website. I'll just copy and I will paste that into the website option. They actually have a place where you can post in your websites that you want to use. So I'm going to use that website. You can see that it's loaded right there. So it's pulling information from that. Now I'm going to upload the actual dietary guidelines document that you can also find and download from realfood.gov. And I have already downloaded this previously. So I'm just going to my downloads folder and I am choosing that document, and it's a very long document, but it's going to pull information from those two resources that I have uploaded to the Google Notebook. So remember, it's only going to choose information from those things, and then you could actually even make one video explainer just about the website and one for just the dietary guidelines option. You can actually choose how many sources you want to use. But we're going to use those two sources. Notice that they're checked on the side. And then in that middle top option, under Studio, I've clicked Video Overview. And this is where we're going to actually show where it's going to generate that video. Okay, you will notice for this that it does take a few minutes to generate the video. It doesn't generate instantly. In fact, it takes a little bit more time than the podcast generation takes. So depending on the amount of content you upload, it is going to take a various amount of time. So this could be a great time to step away, grab a coffee, work on something else while it processes. Once it's finished, you'll have a complete explainer video that summarizes the key ideas in a clear, student-friendly way. Now don't forget to check the content. Remember, it's just pulling from those sources, but make sure that the video is everything that you want it to be. And every time that you try to generate a new one, it will create a new video, even if you're using the same sources. So if you don't like this video, you can give it feedback and it can create a different one. So this is the one that I created for this webinar. There's a different version that I also created for our CCFCS YouTube page. So if you'd like to see a full example of what a final product would look like, we've already uploaded that to our YouTube page, so please check it out. But now we're going to look and see what generated from what we just did live. So here we go.
All right, today we're going to break down the new U.S. dietary guidelines for 2025-2030. Now, you know, the government drops these every 5 years, but this latest version is being called a huge back to basics reset. So what's all the fuss about this time? Let's dive in and find out. I mean, right out of the gate, the document makes a seriously bold claim. We're not just talking about a little update here. They're presenting this as a complete overhaul of how the government thinks about nutrition. So you gotta ask, right? What's driving such a massive change? Well, the guidelines laid out pretty clearly. This whole shift is a direct response to what they're calling a national health emergency. And the numbers they use to paint this picture, they're pretty sobering. Let's take a look. Get this. According to the document, a staggering 90% of all healthcare spending in the U.S. goes toward treating chronic diseases. And the guidelines argue that so many of these illnesses are directly linked to our diet. And the numbers just keep coming. We're also looking at more than 70% of American adults now being classified as either overweight or obese. And that's not just some random statistic, it's a trend that's been climbing for decades. And this one is really alarming. The document highlights that nearly 1 in 3 American adolescents now has prediabetes. I mean, think about that. That's setting up a whole future generation for some significant health challenges. So, okay, the problem has been laid out pretty starkly. What's the proposed solution? The answer, according to these new guidelines, isn't some super complex formula or a crazy restrictive diet plan. Nope. It all boils down to one central, really simple idea. And there it is. This is basically the main idea of the entire document. Forget complicated food pyramids and all that confusing jargon. The number one recommendation is to prioritize real food. Simple enough, right? But what does that actually mean?
Okay, so there you go. You can see an example of a short video explainer. Most of the video explainers will have about 1 to 4 different topics within the video that it has broken down. But you'll notice that in that live overview, I didn't prompt it at all. I didn't ask it to do it in a certain way. All I had to do was upload the website link and then the dietary guidelines document from realfood.gov. And so using those 2 documents, it pulled from that information and it created this video for us. So this is just another way to deliver content that is probably a little bit more appealing to students instead of reading the multi-page document. Now, before we wrap up, I want to emphasize that tools like Google Notebook LM aren't about replacing the lessons and resources you already have. Many of us spent the last 5 years building strong MyPlate lessons, and when the resources change, that can feel very frustrating. What this tool allows us to do is adapt rather than start from scratch. By using source-based AI tools like Notebook LM, we can take real-world, research-based documents like the new dietary guidelines and make them more accessible and engaging for our students. This keeps our instruction accurate, current, and responsive, while still centered on good teaching. Thank you for joining me again on another 10 minutes, tips, and tricks. If you'd like more tips, tools, and classroom-ready resources, be sure to check out our digital catalog and follow our Curriculum Center for Family and Consumer Sciences YouTube page. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next Tips and Tricks.